Since 2013, I've been predicting my future through visual planning. I've surfed some of the biggest and best waves in the world. I've fulfilled a dream of owning a sailboat. I've backpacked across Spain to run with the bulls with my son and brother. I walked across the streets of LA and Laguna Beach, interviewing the most amazing people. I've been interviewed myself and shared my awesome adventures and the stories I've heard. I have no doubt it's because of my visual plan that I've achieved so much in my life. And now, for the first time, I'm sharing my visual plan with my community in hopes of inspiring you to create your visual plan.
To make something great.
Okay, it's the last Friday of February, and I'm doing my weekly review of my visual plan. For any of you that haven't seen this before, let me just give you kind of an outline of what this looks like. I start the week off with my goals for the week, and at the end of the week I will do a review. I'll go through my highs for the week, my lows for the week, what I've learned, and then something that I'm reading, a book, a blog, listening to podcasts, and new music, new movies, that just something that I want to keep track of to look back to kind of mark that time, and then also kind of celebrate those highs and those victories for the week. So a lot has happened this last week. I'm excited because it is the end of the month and we're going into a new month, the last month of the first quarter of 2017. And for me this year, I'm taking the digital media side of our agency and just started it in January. And this year our goal is to build it to $25,000 a month or $300,000 a year. Our coaching and consulting practice has already been doing well for the last 2.5 going on 3 years, but the digital media side of things is being integrated, and I'm going to be tracking that side of the business through my visual planning, so you guys can see some of the tools and the resources that I'm doing to follow along, and love to see what you guys are doing as well. So this week was a week of touring colleges for our daughter Taylor. She's a junior in high school here at Laguna Beach High School, and we got to look at 4 colleges. She wants to be a doctor, so she's going to be a pre-med student, and the colleges that we're looking at are all here in California. They are all near the ocean, near the coast. She is a California girl at heart, so she needs to be near the ocean and the water, and we're happy that she wants to stay here in California. So that was definitely a high for us this week, a victory for us to be able to see these amazing 4 colleges. We looked at Pepperdine up in Malibu. We looked at Loyola Marymount University right next to Silicon Beach, which was really amazing. It sits right on the bluffs overlooking LA, Santa Monica, Venice, and it's just a beautiful campus. And then we looked down at San Diego, University of San Diego, another school overlooking the bluffs of San Diego, and then Point Loma, which sits right on the ocean. So it was just a great time being there with our daughter, talking to the admissions counselors, talking to some of the other students, and it just was amazing. So we've got about another 1.5 years before she goes off to college, but a lot to do between now and then. So that was definitely a high, a victory. Another high was getting some follow-up calls with prospective clients. It's the end of Thursday, and what a amazing, beautiful day. Look at that sunset right now over Catalina. And I thought I would share with you real quick, hopefully just a little 1-minute video about this meeting I had today with Health and Balance. One of the most amazing companies I've ever had an opportunity to sit down with. The owner, Gary, introduced me to his daughter, Maria, and his son, Maria's brother. But I got to tell you, these guys are young, they're passionate, and more importantly, they're making a difference in the world, in Laguna Beach, in the lives of the people that they're serving. So I just wanted to give them a quick shout out, to say hello, Raya, and to say hello to Maria, and to just Gary, their father, and say, you have raised 2 amazing children that I got to meet. I know you have 2 other children, but just wanted to say that if more businesses were run like your business, businesses would be thriving, and customers would be, and clients and patients would be having just phenomenal experiences. So I hope that I get an opportunity to work with you guys and get your message out to the world, because it's a message that I believe the world needs to hear, and your practices of well-being and health in a holistic way is pretty amazing. As I've been doing these audits and doing these evaluations, there's been a lot of interest in what we're doing, and the good news is the pipeline continues to get filled, and as the pipeline gets filled, there's just more conversations to be had, and I'm keeping track of the sales cycles, the touch points, and also to look at the long-term effect of not only my prospecting, but I'm playing the long game of wanting clients not just for a month or 2 months, but for multiple years, like I have on my coaching clients. Many of my coaching clients have been with me for 8, 9, 10 years, and I'm going to use that same mindset to get a lot of my digital media marketing clients that I believe will be lifelong clients. So may take a little bit longer to get them, but I'd rather let the process take a little bit longer, knowing that they're going to be lifelong clients. So that's been some good victories as well. I shared in the Facebook group over the weekend the actual details of one of the prospect pitches that I had on Friday, and that was pretty cool. Then I had another prospect up in Canada. He's a writer and an author and consultant, and he heard about me. He was referred to me by one of my other clients, and those are the best kind of clients that you can get, are referrals. So had just a one touch point call with him yesterday for 30 minutes, and sounds like he's going to hire me. But before he hires me, I want to know exactly what what his expectations are, and I told him to send those over to me so I can see exactly what his desired outcomes and coaching objectives and even digital marketing objectives would be for this next year. Because I told him if I work with him, it would have to be at least for 1 year. I won't take him on unless he commits to a year. So that was pretty big. Next week we're going to have a follow-up call, and I'll either tell him yes or no, or if it's a no, I'll tell him that I've got somebody that I think can help him. So I know that I can't be the specialist in all areas, but if there's something that I feel like I can't add value, I know a lot of people that I can refer prospects and potential clients to. So there's plenty of business to go around for everybody, and I'm pretty generous in sharing the prospects as the business grows. So those are definitely some huge highs. Another high this week is just the fact that the sun is shining. We've had so much rain this winter, more rain than I can ever imagine or even remember growing up here in California. So the fact that I can be down here today at the end of the week, enjoy the warm sun on my back, the warm sand on my feet. The water's still a little bit cold, but I'm going to go for a paddle later on this afternoon as the sun goes down and enjoy the nice sunset with my bride. So those are definitely some highs. Another high is my daughter Taylor has been really sick the last couple weeks, and it was great to see that she was well this week, enough so to do these college tours. So definitely a huge high and some victories for me this week. A couple lows. One definitely is my wife. She has back problems. She's had actually 2 spine surgeries, so from time to time her back just goes out on her. So it was tough this week walking these campuses and seeing her in so much pain. And when I see her suffering, it just it weighs me down, and it hurts my heart seeing her suffer. So that was definitely a challenge and wasn't good. But she's home resting today, and well, she'll be back on her feet, ready for the sunset tonight. But that was a low. And another low is just the fact that there's people, and this is something for all of us to remember as entrepreneurs. I don't know if I would call it low or something I learned and something that I've known is when people, prospects, say that they want to meet with you and they tell you they're going to do something and they don't do it, and you arrange your schedule to show up for them, and it tells me a couple things. Number one, when prospects do that, that's going to be a pattern that they do where they're going to overpromise and underdeliver, and I just don't want to work with people like that. Nothing against them, and there's other agencies that will serve them, but for me, I don't want to work with people who don't follow through with what they say they're going to do, and I'm not perfect. There's times when I'm not able to follow through as well, but I try and be a person of integrity, and when I say I'm going to do something, I do it. So when that happens, it just kind of throws off my rhythm of the week, whereas when you get into a rhythm of working with clients that are just getting traction and they're getting results and you're both moving forward in your businesses, in your life, that's really exciting. So other than that, there really were not too many other lows this last week, but what have I learned? This week I've learned to be open to different types of businesses. The fact that I was in a mortuary this morning as there was actually a funeral service going on. I never thought of doing business with a business like that, but once I got to learn about the values of this business, a family-owned business for almost 100 years, I thought they're doing something right, and I wanted to get to know them. And just hearing the story of the CEO and how he runs the business, I knew that I wanted to do work with them. So I see that is definitely, for me, something to learn going into businesses, not worried so much about the specific niche, but find that values match businesses that share the same values as you. So definitely learned that. What else? Let me see. Books I'm reading. Right now I'm reading a great book by Oliver Luckett. He's a tech giant, someone who's just on the cutting edge of digital and social media. And he released a book at the end of last year. It's called Social Organism. And the premise of the book is he uses the biology mind, research, and looking at how organisms and cells work together and applying that to social media. And it's pretty fascinating. I think it's going to be probably, I could imagine, being a book that's going to be taught in colleges for marketing, especially social media marketing. So if you haven't picked it up, go pick it up. I'll link it here in the description in this video. So learning that, movie or a show. So last weekend I binge watched, which I don't do a lot because I just don't have the time, but last week I was just spent, I was fried, so I binge watched a Netflix show called the Santa Clarita Diet. Now I thought it was going to be a nutrition, a health-based show, and it was nothing like that at all. It's one of those shows or movies that you see the title and you think it's one thing, and then you watch it and it's a completely different premise and storyline. So I don't know, if you like to be surprised and if you like to watch shows that are just, completely different than what you thought, I don't know, it's just definitely something that caught my attention. I watched like 10 episodes in 4 hours, and it was like, where did that time go? So the Santa Clarita Diet, check it out, watch a couple episodes, let me know what you think. So this was a good week. One of those weeks that I can say we moved the needle of the business. We've got I got a couple of new clients on the coaching side. On the digital media side, I've got some contracts out there and doing some work for some existing clients. And next month is going to be really a big month for us. So I'll be sharing these weekly reviews. I've been doing them for, many years, and using more of just the video versus the pictures, as you saw earlier. I like to put the pen to the paper, and I still do that in my journal, and I take the pictures and put them in there, but for this purpose I'm just using the video, and at the end of the year you can see it all come together to see the storyline of your life. So the theme for this year for me and my wife and our business is really, it's transition and breakthrough. the breakthrough is in our business, is it's a growth year for us, and the transition is we've had a big client that we let go last month, so it's transitioning a lot of my wife's time and resources back over to me because this one client was consuming so much of her time. So, but we're stoked that this is already the end of the second month of 2017, and next month is going to be amazing. And the visual planning process helps me just kind of stay focused on the things that are most important and to be able to document them as they happen. I just know that, as you saw in the opening of this video, which is my bumper, is the things that I've talked about, the dreams that I've had, have been a result of being able to come up with a visual plan and cast a vision for them, and then be able to document them as they happen. So the visual planning tool, if you want it, I've got just a free document that you can use as your guide. Let me know. But I really think it's a great way to be able to not only set your goals, but to be able to capture them and use them in a way that not only you, but your business and your team members can see it. We use it with our team members as well, and we have a visual plan along with the business plan and the vision plan, so we can actually see the work that we're doing and celebrate it as it happens. So that's it for this week's visual plan and the weekly review. So you guys go out and have a great week this week, and continue to dream big and cast that vision before you, and document as it happens, because we can all learn from each other on how to get the things that we're most passionate about. Have a great week, guys.
But it costs something to make something great. And what you have is what you give away.